Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dawson, or the Carolama, and in this video we are going to be doing a review, or I'm going to be doing a review, or maybe even a haul. I think it's more of a haul than a review, of 3 new pop vinyls I just got yesterday at my local Target. So I am super excited to do this video because this is my first haul on YouTube. I'm doing a massive haul in the next few days or so of all the pop vinyls I've basically, acquired over the past about week or two. And that is a lot. This last 2 to 3 weeks have been massive for my pop collection. I know a lot of people, they can get 10 pops a week, but I don't do that. I only get the ones I really want, and I don't really go out much, so I don't have a lot of chance to get them. So when I do, it is super exciting for me. So without further ado, the 3 pops I got are, I'm trying to get these up. Oh, things are falling. Or at least 3. Oh, right there. So I got Cyclops, I got Storm, and I got Professor X. So I'm going to do a little bit of rearranging, and I'm going to do one at a time. The one I am super excited to get, or I guess the 2, are the Storm and the Professor Xavier. These are 2 I've wanted for a long time, and I really wanted the glow-in-the-dark Storm. I think that's a Hot Topic exclusive, or wait, the Hot Topic exclusive is the Black Suit Storm, right? I don't know what exclusive that is, but I really want the glow-in-the-dark one. But this one is also really cool. It's the exact same figure as the glow-in-the-dark one. It's just that one can glow in the dark. So I'm gonna do. Which one I'm gonna start on? I think I'm gonna start on Professor X because this one is my favorite out of the 3 I got. So here's the front of them. I am gonna open them because the glare on the computer is a little too much, and you can't really see them in there. But there's the front of them. It says Professor X on the front. I love this figure art, and I love the figure itself. This is a Pop Marvel figure, if you didn't know. I also love the little back comic book art on it, so the background's like comic book art from old X-Men comics. So that's pretty cool. On the back here is there is 6 of these in this line. There's probably other Marvel pops out there. I know there are more X-Men pops out there. I don't know of any other lines. I know there's single ones, but this might be like the first line of them. See, I'm terrible at knowing different pop lines. I know that there's a ton of them out there, but if they are just single pops by themselves, that they were released by themselves, or if they were released in like a 3 set, or in this case a 6 set. I have all of them. These 3 finished my collection. I already have Colossus, Mystique, and Magneto, and I'll probably do a little review on those 2 just so I can have both of these reviewed and up on my channel. But here's the back of it, and then the other side right here, which is the window. So if you want to display it, if you can't display it like this, and you can't display it like this, but you want to display it like this, you can. So you can actually at least see the figure. I usually display, if I don't really have room, I usually display them like this because I really love the art. I think the box, for me, I love the figures, but the boxes are almost what sell it. I love the box art, and I love these boxes so much. So before I ramble even more, let's get this guy open. I have opened him before when I was on a Skype call for my friends, just to show him, because he just got into the pop collecting game. He's really waiting for the anime pops. He's a really big fan of like Full Metal Alchemist and Soul Eater and basically all the good animes out there, all the famous animes out there. He's really a big fan of those. So he's waiting for those. So I'll probably make him do some reviews of those and put them up on his channel. His channel is always linked down in the description. So if you like my content and you enjoy it, he's more of the nerdy Nintendo type of content. I'm kind of, nerdy, geeky, pop culture kind of stuff. So like always, his channel is always going to be linked down in the description. But here he is. Now, one thing that I like and don't like about this is the stand can be pulled out. So that means it's really loose in there, and sometimes, so here he is like standing, sometimes he can like slant over and almost fall out. So I'm not sure, I might glue him in there, so he's always, up straight and not slouching over. But one thing that I really notice about this figure is he is super heavy. Now, when I mean super heavy, I mean like the same material that the Hulkbuster is made out of. So if you have the Hulkbuster pop vinyl figure, that's basically how this guy feels. He is super dense and super heavy. Unlike these other two pop vinyls, which are super light, you can definitely feel the weight on this, which I like. Because with a giant metal floating chair, I don't think it's going to be, it's not going to be light as a feather like all these other vinyl figures are. So I really like that it's heavy. I also do like they include the stand with it, because the stand makes it hover, so it's not just like sitting on the ground, so like this. So it's not like just sitting on the ground and it kind of like topples over. I do like that they include the stand, because it is a hover chair, basically. That's pretty cool. Now, the figure itself, Professor X himself, is basically, it's pretty basic. It's a pretty basic figure. He's just a bald guy with eyes and eyebrows, and I do like how they included like the old style eyebrows where they're kind of, they kind of flip out and they kind of point over. I do like that. Kind of makes him look more menacing, but he always kind of looked a little bit creepy in the old cartoons. But I do like that they added that feature. The old green, suit and tie. I love that. Very retro feeling, I should say. I could say that it's a really retro feeling figure, as are the rest of these. These are very retro, like 1990s, 1980s cartoons or comic books, which I do like, because I am a fan of those. So yeah, here he is. Here's the front. There's the left side. Try to make sure it's in view. The back really doesn't have much detail. The chair has the most detail in it, so that's pretty cool. And the other side, here's the front again. If you want to see, I can pull up the stand and you can see the bottom of it. It basically has all like the legal stuff on it, and yeah, it also has a little peg hole for the little stand. So I'm not going to put them back in the box, because as I proved in my last video, which I'm probably going to have to cut out, that I am terrible at putting these back in the box. Not that fast, and it's going to take me a while to get them back. So I'm just going to put them off to the side. And the next, I'm probably going to do Storm, because she's my second favorite. Probably my favorite out of this set is probably between Storm, Professor X, and Magneto. My least favorite is probably Cyclops, which kind of sucks because he used to be my favorite X-Men. But I don't know. To me, I don't really know. I don't know. I guess I'll explain it more when I get to his figure. But oh, I'm getting way ahead of myself. So here's the front of the figure. Like I said, I bought these all at my local Target, which is the first time I've seen these there. I basically buy all my pops at Target. Target is probably my main one. Also, I've been trying to go to Walgreens because I see that they have a few cool figures there. There's certain, like, I haven't really gone to Hot Topic ever to buy pops, but actually this weekend, me and my friend, the one who wants to start collecting, or is going to start collecting soon, he wants to go to Hot Topic, so we're going to go there this weekend. Anyway, besides the point. So here's the front of the box. Awesome art. I love the art. Like I said, the boxes are almost a selling point to me, but the figures are also kind of cool. Here is the right side. Back, basically the exact same. It's just, her art is changed out. And then the window. So let me get her opened. I love this figure. Like, I've opened these all on camera before on Skype with my friend. So it's not like these are not my first reactions really, which kind of suck. But anyway, I love this figure so much. Put that over there. This is basically like childhood. I grew up during the reruns of X-Men, so I wasn't like there for the original ones. The original, when they were first coming out in the show. But I grew up on the reruns, and I loved it. I loved the show. I love probably the most iconic cartoon theme song or intro, or what are they called? I forgot what the term for it is. Probably the most iconic theme song of all time is the X-Men theme song for the cartoon. And she is very top heavy. Her head, because of all the sculpted hair, her head is super top heavy. So If you don't really have her in the box, her head seems to kind of, so here it is, like what it would be like in the box. And then right when you let go, her hair kind of brings her head back. So it kind of makes her like look up a little bit, which also makes her look like she's summoning like lightning or like a storm or something. But I love the pose she's in because she does look like she's summoning like a storm or something. And one of the details I didn't really notice before that, kind of makes me kind of hate myself, is the little thunderbolt earrings or the lightning earrings. Those are really, really cool touch. And like I said, that's something I didn't see before. And I've even opened these before, and it's something I did not see. So it's a really, really, really cool touch and very simple, or very not simple, very slight, a slight touch. So here's the front and the back, which the hair basically covers up most of the back. I love the cape, and I love. There's something very simple about her, where she's mostly just white, but the little hints of yellow and red really bring out this figure. I love, love, love that it's almost like it is actually. This little swoop right here, this little swoop of hair, is a separate piece, so it kind of goes out a little bit. You really can't see that, but it kind of swoops out a little bit. It sticks out more. It is a separate piece that she glued on there because I can see a little bit of the glue residue. But I love that because it makes the figure a little more detailed. Because these figures are very chibi-esque. They're very cute and very small. So when you pack in a lot of detail like this, it's really cool. So we're going up on 11 minutes, so I better get to the Cyclops one. So here's Storm. I'm going to set her off to the side so I can put her in her box later on. And up to Cyclops. Like I said, Cyclops is probably my least favorite figure from this line, but it doesn't mean he's bad at all. It does not mean he's a bad figure. He's just not the one I was anticipating the most. So here's the front. Here is the left side, or the right side actually. Here is the back. And here is the bubble window. So let me get him open. So let me get him out of his bubble, or out of his little plastic bubble thing. So the figure is good. Like I said, he's not my favorite, but he's a good figure. He is. The paint application looks really, really good on this. I really can't see anything bad, except for the hair. There's a little bit of bleeding in the hair, a little bit of brown that got on his blue mask and on his forehead. But other than that, the paint application is beautiful. And it's really hard to get with pops, especially with ones with such small detail on it, like this pop, just like the belt and then the little X on his little strap. So it is great. It's a good figure. It's a really good figure. It's just not my favorite. But I did have to pick him up just so I can have a complete set. Here's the back. And even like this, where they didn't have to, but where they actually, put a lot of detail in the back, even because like the little straps on his back, how the hair kind of like comes out of his mask. They didn't have to do that kind of detail, but Funko does. They do a lot of detail so you can display them in or out of box. Personally, I display mine in box because I think the box adds a lot to the figure. But you can display them in or out of box, and Funko knows that. Funko makes it super easy to display in or out, and they look beautiful in or out. The one thing that I would say that I've seen with a lot of these figures, especially the bobbleheads, are the spring kind of pulls up the head a little bit, so it almost makes him look like he has a giraffe neck. So like I've been trying to keep him down here so you can't really see it as much, but once I bring him up to the camera, you can totally see like the bottom of the spring, and his head is super high up. But when he's in the box, it kind of scrunches the spring down a little bit, so it's not as noticeable. But let me bring them all up again. So Cyclops, we got Storm, and probably my favorite out of this line, Prefessor X. So those are awesome, very awesome figures. I bought them for like $8.99 each, so I spent like 27 bucks, almost 30 bucks, or 28 bucks. I'm just going to round up to 30. I spent about 30 bucks on all three of these figures, which is an amazing deal. Target is probably one of the cheapest places to get Funko products as a whole, or anything as a whole. If you're any type of collector, Target is where it's at. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. I am a beginner, so I'm trying to grow this channel, and with you guys' support and your guys' participation, I think we can get this channel up super fast. And you know the drill. Just like, subscribe, comment, all those different things, and I'll see y'all later. Have a nice day. Bye.